last year, did you see what they made those two dudes do where they got in the water for like 3 days and pretended it was a shipwreck and cut blood bags open in coolers because they were pretending they were on a fishing boat and then threw them in the middle of the ocean?
No, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Terrible idea. They were trying to, I believe.
There's 2 of them. How many of them got eaten?
Well, none, because they had to bring out a net thing for them to get in so they didn't get eaten. But they wanted them to stay in the water longer
what are they trying
so
to
we
prove?
could keep... Well, did you know that sharks eat people?
I've heard.
Yeah, they eat people, and when there's blood in the water, more sharks come. Did you know that?
That seems like I don't need to throw 2 people in water for 3 days to know any of this.
Yeah, so by memory, I believe it was 2 years ago. If you have not seen this, you should look it up. More or less, they pretend there was a shipwreck, like in the Philippines, kind of a thing.
Right.
I might be making that up. I don't remember if it was the Philippines. They're in the ocean. It's big, right? They blow up their fishing boat. They're floating.
Oh, no. So they're actually like,
literally,
this is going to explode.
Blew it up. So I'm watching this and I'm going, wow, this is a terrible idea. I'm sure they're sharks. It is the ocean. They don't have any blood. They don't have anything in the water. Oh, after commercial break, guess what? There's a floating cooler full of blood dumping out of it. They basically chum the water for these 2 guys.
Right.
And all of a sudden, 1 shark came, 2 shark come, 3 sharks. All of a sudden, there's sharks everywhere, and they are swimming around them and bumping into them and trying to separate them. They won't attack.
They're hurting them.
They're literally, no, they're trying to split them apart.
That's what I mean. They're hurting them out
they're
into
coming
spaces.
in and bumping into them, and they're kind of doing their shark tactics so they don't get killed, and they're like moving them off to the side. And when it starts getting up to nighttime, as it starts getting dusk, they're way more aggressive, and they're kind of coming straight at them.
I need to pause for a second because I want you to know that one of the most terrifying things I can imagine is it being midnight out in the ocean, and I'm floating, and I get bumped by something. Like, I can't imagine a more terrifying feeling.
Ever since Jaws came out, I don't know that you can get bumped in the ocean and not think you're dying.
It is a shark. If I get bumped in the ocean, period,
it ain't
it's
Flipper.
A shark.
It ain't Flipper.
No, it's not even my friend who I went swimming with. That guy definitely didn't bump me. It was a shark.
Yeah. So in this episode, then it starts to become nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
They end up putting them in this net thing, right? Let me get to the kicker. They put them in this net, and the thing is being shaken so much because the sharks are trying to figure out how we can
want to
eat
chew.
You. Oh, because there's a chum bucket everywhere around them. The next day comes up. Oh, guess what? I'm going to make you guess.
No, I get to guess. Let's see.
So pretend there's a producer on this boat over there. It's a big boat. He's scared. He doesn't want to get in the water.
Wait, so
and he has an idea. You don't see that, right? But he has an idea. So what do you think his idea is?
Someone's got to get out of this net.
They put both these yahoos back in the water to see what they will do.
Wait, the people?
The 2 in the water that was in the net.
Right.
The sharks calmed a little.
Right. Well, we took the coolers out for a minute.
They made them get back in the water.
No net?
No net. What? They left the net in because...
Just in case.
What if these sharks are really hungry? And
we brought them out here and haven't fed them for 3 days.
Lo and behold, they ended up getting back in the net. My memory may not be right, but I believe it was not very long, and they just got back in the net because the sharks all appeared literally instantly, and they want to eat these 2 guys. And they left him out there for maybe 2-3 days. I'm probably messing up how long it was, but it was to the point of time where they were getting really cold and the sharks were getting extremely aggressive, like nailing this cage and like bumping into them and making this like, because it's not really a cage. It's literally like a floating circle with a bottom net in it to where kind of, sort of, the sharks have access to them, kind of. Imagine just getting bumped around.
No,
Doesn't it sound fun?
How much?
Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to show my appreciation. Every time you like, subscribe, or even comment on a video, it definitely supports my work, and I just wanted to say thank you. Let's get back to the show. Oh,
how
for
much
me to do that?
For you to get in there. And I don't want you...
Get in the net or get in the water?
Both and. Like, I want to know how much for you, because we'll assume they don't really know that these people are going to survive, because, I don't know. Like,
they're shark experts, Sam.
My bad.
Shark
But
expert.
you are not. So we'll say you.
If
you just
fear
get in the net.
makes them hungrier, they would eat me instantly.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. They would learn to fly if fear was a motivator.
I don't even know that my body would go into the water.
Just a tip? You just
No,
go,
I think that it wouldn't physically go in. Somehow
Just
I would grow
hover?
a wing out my butt and I would be hovering. I don't know that there's an amount of money to get me out of the net.
No, yeah. If I'm
think-
going to get into the net and the producer on the boat, like, I don't have enough middle fingers to throw at this guy when he goes, yeah, but like this time without the net.
So if we're in fear factor world, fear factor world, hey, you get in this net, you get to win the game show. And we've been chumming the water for like a week. I would first want to know, can I get bit? Maybe.
Yeah, the answer is going to be maybe. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Maybe. Okay. If I sit right in the middle, will I get bit?
Maybe.
Less of a chance.
No,
okay.
I'm not even going to give you that. Maybe.
Well, they didn't. I mean, they were inside that net for quite a while. They didn't get bit, but they were getting bumped around a lot. They had big, thick wetsuits on too. So I'm probably going to say it's kind of like saying, how much is your leg worth?
Right. Yeah, like that's what I'm getting. I'm like, oh man, I'm just basically selling body parts at this point.
I wanted to say a number, and then I'm like, well, that's just like, what if my leg's gone? So the question is like, how much for my leg?
Assuming that you don't bleed out and just die afterwards.
Oh, the producer will get me probably.
Thanks, producer.
Probably like 20 million.
20 million. I'll be honest. I'm a much cheaper. Like,
no.
I'm afraid I'm going to die from a shark, and I don't think 20 million is my number.
20 million means if you chop off my leg, I can pay like 7 people to carry me around all the time.
Oh, you just
forever.
You just Cleopatra this thing. You sit in a basket.
Gonna have to do something. I mean, you want a number? That's where I'm
million.
at. Like 20 million, I think for the rest of my life, I could really have an awful lot of help for 20 mil.
So
I'm just saying that this is a choice. Like that would be
you are insuring your livelihood to some degree with $20 million. So you've thought about this way too much. I was just putting how much money do I want?
I mean, if I was on the spot and I was maybe like a cocktail or two in, I don't know, $600. I don't know for sure.
So wait, now I'm gonna butcher this math. A cocktail will immediately knock off nearly $20 million.
I mean, if you take the edge off and everyone's competitive and there's like 3 dudes that are going to get in, I'm not going to be the guy that's not going to do it. I mean,
but solo, 20 million. Solo and sober, 20 million. But with a friend who will go, I'll do it if you do it, $600.
Thanks a lot for listening to the show today. I'd really appreciate if you'd like the video if you found value in it, and subscribe to the channel, clicking that notification bell so you also receive notifications for future videos that could help you out as well. If you have any questions about the content, leave a comment below and I'll be sure to interact with you as quickly as possible there. I've created a website called kbandstraining.com in 2010. We've been around for a long time with high quality resistance bands and durable equipment. I also have provided nearly 1,100 drills and videos for fitness training and athlete performance for youth athletes. So support my work. If you enjoy the content and you'd like me to continue doing what I'm doing, I would love the support. Thanks a lot for listening.